Okay, so I'm a piano teacher. I have taught quite a few pupils, and at some point or another, the majority of them end up getting demotivated. Now, I hope that's not just me demotivating them, but it's along the lines of, it's too difficult, I don't think I'll ever be good at piano, I can't do this. And so I end up becoming a bit of a motivational speaker. And one of the points I've made recently, in the last few months, is I bet that if you practiced regularly, not a huge amount every day, just regularly, you could go from grade 0 to grade 8 in the space of a year. So here's the idea. Every day, and now I'm saying this every single day as much as I possibly can, I will practice for half an hour. I will time myself, only half an hour, every single day. Every Monday, I will release a video showing you my progress, doing a little bit of a time lapse of what I did during that week, going through what the difficulties were, how I overcame them, and hopefully you will see a significant amount of progress. Now, onto the instrument that I'm going to use. Right, so some of you might already know what this is, and it sounds notoriously bad for beginners. Yeah, it's a violin. I bought this violin about a year and a half ago, and since then I've maybe picked it up and moved the bow backwards and forwards for probably about an hour and a half max. And the last time I did that, well, I can't remember the last time I did that, but I've always wanted to learn it. I've always loved seeing people play so well, like Parts of the Caribbean, they look like they're going at it really well. I mean, it sounds so good. And I use strings. I use violins and all these different instruments that are bow-based in all of my productions. So why wouldn't I go for a real sound? So, this is the first day of practice. So first thing first, of course, I've got to open it. Open it out of its case. Let it see the light of day. And it should be seeing the light of day daily from now on. Right, so you've got some cover here, the bow here. What I presume is the shoulder rest, although I'm not sure if I've ever used that properly. I mean, I've looked up a few YouTube videos in the past, like a year ago when I actually bought it. But, other than that, not much. So here it is. Let's get a closer look. Now, I have played string instruments before, not like a violin or a cello or a bass, but a guitar. I can play the guitar, to an extent, and so I realised that a lot of it is coming down to the left hand and how the fingers move between the strings. On guitar, it's far easier to begin learning. You've got frets to tell you the individual placements of the notes, and the strings themselves, they don't require a bow to create a decent sound. They don't require much more than a pick or just your fingers to go through it. I know you can do pizzicato on, ooh, that looks awful. I know you, it's like a bent string, it needs, look how loose this is. I've got a bit of an issue there, this is going to be interesting. I know you can do pizzicato, but obviously that's not the same thing as just playing something on the guitar. Next step, I think, is to tune it. Now from what I understand, you just turn the dials at the top, you twist them one way, and they go sharper. You twist them the other way, and they go flat. Pretty simple so far. You have these major tuning pegs at the top, but you have these minor tuning pegs at the bottom. Oh, that was awful. Awful pun. So the idea would be, and I know this from one of my own guitars that has this sort of thing, you do the majority of the tuning up here. When it's close, when it's comfortably tight in the right area that you want, you do fine tuning using these little ones down here. So first things first, I've actually got to Google what the strings should be, because I guarantee that's not the sound I want. Oh, ugh. Okay, so I did a bit more Googling to give me the relevant notes to play, because of course it can give you the letters, but it might not be the right octaves, and this is so far out of tune. I've got no idea where I should start. Bottom knob is a G, and it should be this one. Don't know where it is. at the moment it's at a C sharp. So I need to tune it by this many notes. That's my starting note, that's where it is at the moment. If you can hear that. To get to the G. Oh, it's going to be bad. This could just snap now and the whole thing's just over. Where am I now? Oh, I've only gone up 2. Am I on the right one? Okay, halfway there. Two more to go, ish, to do that. It's almost there. Oh, it's creaking so badly. That's my face going. No, my face isn't creaking, the violin is. I just feel sorry for it. What's going on? Oh, it's gone back down. So what I'm going to do, I'll tighten that G again. Oh, no, I've broken it. I mean, these strings are the original strings I bought on the violin. So I've tuned it to the point where the string itself is actually just unwound. I didn't know they could actually do that. So we won't be playing that string today. Okay, let's tighten up what's now the A string. Yeah, seeing as it's barely on it. Oh no, I've loosened it. Oh no. Oh no. I've now learnt tuning pegs can come out. So what I've done is I've threaded the string that's now loose completely. Oh. Well, I'm going to have to learn how to do this end as well. Okay. So the problem was this string here. Okay. Now up here, I turned this tuning peg so far flat where it was loose that the whole thing just unravelled from the inside. What this meant was I could pull this tuning peg completely out. I didn't even know I could do that. And subsequently, what I've had to do is put the tuning peg back in, of course, after pulling it out and finding out it does that. And as I did that, the string that was attached to our tuning peg popped out from the bottom, these little slots here. And so I thought, right, what do I need to do? I need to attach it to the top first, so I went to this knob, pushed it back into where it should be, put the string through the hole, and as I held the string on the neck of the violin, I twisted the tuning peg. So it wrapped around a few times and actually was able to achieve some tension. Once that was done, I could reattach it to the bass down here just by slotting it into place. I could probably undo it now and show you again. Right, it literally just sort of pops out from the bottom bit and comes loose. So if it doesn't have tension, it falls out. So I might as well take that off anyway, seeing as I broke it. That string is now off. I've got a 3-string violin. I can still practice on that for now. Okay, so once the bass was in there, all I need to do is tighten it on the relevant tuning peg until it starts to get back in tune again. So on my 3-string violin, I've now got to tune them up to a decent place. So this, what string was it? This is the A string. A string was the one that was awful. Now we're going up. Maybe not having it near my face. And now, if you listen, I'm going to tighten it and let go of a tuning peg while I'm still playing. So tightening, let go of tuning peg. It's gone. It just drops away. The tuning peg is twisting back on itself due to tension. I don't know how to get around that at the moment. I know. At the moment, I'm being an idiot. The pegs keep on loosening and I can't work out how to fix it. So I'm going to call it there on that part. But what I did afterwards is I googled how to do it and I discovered a solution. So I filmed a little bit more on the same day, me fixing the violin, actually getting it in tune, and so you'll see that bit of me getting it in tune properly instead of having to sit through how stupid I was being from before. And then after that's done, I'm going to cut back to sort of my outro of the other one. It'll be a little bit higgledy-piggledy, but hopefully you'll get the main idea of things. I think what can be taken away from all of this is it hasn't been a complete waste of time, as I thought it might have been. So, there we go. I've actually got a working violin.